So that is pretty much the most beautiful river I've ever seen in my life. I mean, just the shades of blue, the way it flows, it's so quick and stuff. And so, not only is this river beautiful, but it hosts trout in it. And so, I actually was like randomly just driving through the woods and found a trout hatchery. So, we're gonna go check it out and look at some trout. All right, so what's so cool about this hatchery is that it's completely funded by sportsmen and women. And so basically all the money that goes into this place, it comes from people buying fishing licenses, hunting licenses, and all that stuff. So basically what's happening here is they catch fish that are full of eggs, and they'll squirt those eggs out, and they'll raise, you know, millions of these little eggs up into little fish, and then they'll raise those fish up and release them. And so these fish get released, some of them get released in the river just back there, and then some of them will be brought all over the place and released. Even in remote mountain lakes, they'll drop them out of like helicopters and stuff. But what's really neat is because people want to eat and catch these fish, it's basically ensuring that their habitat stays intact and is suitable for these fish, and basically ensures that these fish are going to be common enough for people to go out and catch. And so that's really cool that we have a system here where basically we want something, so we pay for it. And so with this hatchery, we basically have a sustainable way of keeping good populations of fish in Oregon. So that's pretty neat. So check this out. Oh no, one of the fish escaped here. He hopped right out, and wow, let me get some of that dirt off of him. Just beautiful little fish here. So of course we're gonna toss him right back in, and hopefully he does well. That's pretty cool. Oh no. He jumped back out again. A different one. So, it's a slippery little guy. Whoa. But I mean, I guess I should just toss him back in. So I tossed him in, and all the other fish like go after him. So maybe he was getting eaten, and he'd rather die out here than get eaten alive by his own kind. So these rivers are like 50 degrees, so you're not gonna catch me jumping in there and fishing. No fish is worth waiting around in 50-degree water. I do not like cold water, so I'm not getting in that water. So I've seen a lot of chipmunks as I've come across the US, but I gotta say, these chipmunks here in Oregon are probably the cutest, and they're the friendliest for sure. I mean, they look like your typical little chipmunk. And this path right here, they're just all over this path.